how would you describe Quinn's first start? Was it good? Was it very good? Was it average? Was it acceptable?
I think that he did a good job managing the situations, extended a couple plays. Obviously, you'd like the result to be different, but I mean, obviously, there's a lot of promising things from his start, and we're really, encouraged by a lot of his performance.
And winning's obviously the goal, right? But when you've got this rookie starter, for this game, next 2 games, whatever, how do you reasonably quantify success? Like, what can he do on the field where you watch the tape and you're like, okay, I'm happy with how he played. This was a successful outing.
I think it's growth overall. You see improvement in areas that maybe you're like, okay, here's where we can be better, and you see the growth from game 1 to game 2. I mean, especially like as we talked about some of the other rookies through the season, especially I know we talked about some of the linemen or some of the other guys, and it's the growth from week 1 to week 2 to week as built upon. And I think that's the most important thing is obviously you're striving for a result because that's how we're measured. But inside of it, can you see the growth in areas and then the growth in certain areas of performance and in critical times? I think that's what you're looking for the most.
Here's Adrian Brewer getting subbed from the Pro Bowl. What were your thoughts on that, and what would be your case for him?
We talked about a couple weeks ago. Just he's stalwart part of our team. Later, really sets the tone. His range and ability. I mean, it's really special, and I think he keeps building upon a season like this. Something like Pro Bowls are right around the corner.
Frank, what could have Reese done differently or should have done differently on the OPI?
It's just one of those situations, close quarters catches. You want to really, if you can, go attack the ball. And I think sometimes when you're, getting in there in your first ops, you see the ball in there, and you think about just coming down with the catch as opposed to your relative position to the defender, your depth, timing, like stuff like that. So ultimately, it's like as a receiver, you see the ball in the air, the best thing you can do is come back to it to protect the ball from wherever the defender is. And I think he learned from that, and I think that's something we'll build upon going forward.
Yeah, the OPI he got called on that nullified.
I mean, he was trying to avoid him, and as he changed his angle, they were kind of made contact. So it's one of those where we're just working on trying to keep our angles to avoid defenders, so we're not setting picks.
After the last game, Mike was talking about the importance of determining who's a part of the core moving forward. In what ways do you think Devon Achane might fit into that mode of a core organizational piece?
I think, obviously his ability as a player, as a runner, and then you look towards the intangibles of some guys lead vocally, they lead through example. There's different ways you can lead, and I think those are the important things, is that you have guys that are consistent, reliable, and those are factors that we know he possesses, and he's been a big part of the turn to our success this year, and it's a credit to him for the success he had, because when you have a back make the Pro Bowl, I mean, there's a lot of guys that go involved in helping him get there. So I think a lot of the guys up front took a lot of pride, and they're able to have a Pro Bowl back, and along with Alec as well.
Frank, we saw Andrew Meyer effective at center, obviously, back in late July and August. I know you haven't seen him full go since then, but could he be an effective NFL guard, do you think?
Yeah, he was really growing. You see his development, confidence coming, and I think when you get that confidence through the preseason and training camp, it's really huge to his development, like other guys. So yeah, we've been very encouraged by his development, and we're excited to have him rejoin the fold.
Something that kind of crossed my mind earlier in the week, and I wish I would have gotten to it last week, but can you break down why is it that rookie quarterbacks tend to love the tight end? Is it just bigger body, or what is the quote-unquote science behind that, if there is any?
I don't know if there's necessarily science behind it, but it's like you said, where it's a bigger target catch radius. There's normally a route tree that allows for friendly throws to bigger targets. And I think, because I'm trying to think back to all my years, and I mean, it's like between Jimmy Graham, Ben Watson, Martellus Bennett, Zach Miller, yeah, Shaheen's rookie year. I mean, he was really taken on at the end of the season, and then Jared, Darren. Yeah, I think all of it really goes down to guys with catch radius, ball skills, and it's when you have a guy that's breaking away and that's 6'5", 6'6", you know, it's obviously sometimes a bit more give to where you can throw to.
Is there also a factor of distance from release to spot on the field, like being more centralized within the field, not having to throw out wide to the boundaries as much, less time for the ball to be in the air?
Yeah, factors because the tight ends normally there's specific trees they run, and then you got guys that are different. Where like Darren when he was in Oakland, I mean he was all over the dang place. He was in the backfield, he was a receiver spot. I mean he was all everywhere. I think that factors into a lot of it.
Some coaches say that halftime adjustments are overrated. Maybe more than anything, it's the rah-rah speech part of it. Have you found this year and over the years that opposing defenses and coordinators do in fact make adjustments in their play calling or their scheme or how they whatever line up or attack you, that the offense must then adjust to? Do those changes occur? Have you noticed that? Because obviously third quarters have not been good this year.
Yeah, they have not, and that's just something that as we look at it, it's how do we improve our execution out of half? I mean, there's no excuse or tangible thing that you can say, hey, it's just this. There's a multitude of things that I think we have to factor in, but ultimately it's our ability to start drives, continue drives, and finish drives, and I think that's just something that as you take in the entirety of the year, there's just been areas throughout the season of parts when we had success, it went well, and when we didn't execute in these situations, obviously it was like last Sunday. So I think sometimes there are some adjustments that come out of half, but a lot of times it's kind of things they started in the second quarter that continue on, and I think ultimately it's just our ability to come out of the half and execute and stay on the field and just make sure that we're efficient and our opportunities out there.